I gotta be honest, I don't know how to introduce this video. Anyway, we're we're doing something stupid. I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to describe what we're making. We're making Pear Teto. We're making Pear Teto. This wasn't my idea. I gotta be honest. But, I guess nothing else to do but do it. This video is probably gonna be weird and short. I don't know what, I don't really know what to say. Let's just start doing it. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick, just as like a, hold on. Just as a prop, enjoy. What is it? What? I didn't know what this was. But I got sent this printout yesterday. So you guys are getting this today, and then the video that was gonna come out today is gonna come out next week. Oh, cover up Pear Teto. So eat. What is wrong with? Don't answer that question if you know the answer. The answer's a lot of things, but that's a different story. Whose idea was it to make a paper craft of this? I want them found. Not for bad reasons. I just want to know who. I want to know who was insane enough to make this. I found it. I didn't find it, I was sent it, but the link that I had to get to in order to print this out was on Pinterest. Pinterest didn't have, like, a source like they normally do. Granted, I don't know how to use Pinterest. I don't use that. Is it a social media? I don't know. I don't use it. So... for all I know, there could be monsters fixing come out of the woodwork and tell me that this is the most awful thing that has ever been created and I shouldn't be doing this. And to that I will tell them, this channel's made for doing whatever the crap I want, so I'm gonna do it. Do I think it's a dumb idea? Yes. But it's funny. So I'm gonna do it. I'll be honest, I thought of doing this entire video silent, just not saying anything. By the way, don't play with kids' scissors. Don't play with scissors, kids. I didn't have a stroke, shut up. Maple, don't laugh at me. I heard that. Rude. This is not very well, there's a lot of spots that look not gonna fold properly. At least it's like basically one piece. I guess I can talk about this while I'm doing this. There's a new VTuber, it looks like. Released a song on Monday. Little fish. Their voice is nice, so I'm looking forward to them. I'll probably put a link to that in the description. Not like they need my help, because in a matter of like 2 days, I'm recording this on Tuesday. The song is over 500,000, and their subscription count last time I checked was 242K. So it's not like they need assistance. But go check them out anyway. Last time I did a paper craft, it was the girl one. Did that on this channel. I haven't done this. I don't used to do these like every single time we'd go to my grandmother's. Me and Jean and my family would go. Because if anyone doesn't know, Jean's my cousin. But so anytime we'd go, like we would either use her printer a lot, or what we would do is we would take a piece of printer paper and put an iPod Touch on top of it and trace the design onto it. Like our favorite, like whenever we didn't have toys of like certain things, like we liked the Paper Mario series, so I made the entirety of like a lot of Paper Mario characters on just my iPod. We traced it and printed and cut it out. And another thing that I used to do that is kind of sad, thinking back to it, I would make my quote-unquote friend out of a bunch of notebook paper, and I would cut him out. It was like, I would make him like 3.5 feet tall, so he'd be a little shorter than I was, or my height. I don't remember what my height was back then. I know it was a little dude. But I would make the wonderful the little friend that I would cut out and everything, and that would be, I would run around the house and use him like a kite. That would be like my friend, and like I say like a lot of but I would sit him at the dinner table at grandma's whenever I was there alone, and he would just sit there and quote-unquote eat with me. And he had a Game Boy that I made him that included cartridges and everything. It was very hard. My mom always said this, it is very hard to ground me, because our equivalent of grounding was I lost my Game Boy. Have I done a Game Boy collection on this channel? I guess I haven't. But I would lose access to my Game Boy. And so, that didn't work out really well. Whenever the second that I lost my Game Boy, I grabbed the printer paper and started making a Game Boy. And through the power of my imagination, I would have a Game Boy still. Little things I remember from me being little. Little things I did with paper. I couldn't be normal and do paper airplanes. I had to make a Game Boy, and nowadays I get to make a Pear Teto. A Pear Teto. And, you know, I think I'd rather be making my friend that was made out of paper than make up another Pear Teto. But, here we are. I'm kind of already doing it. This is gonna turn out horribly. I do have extra if I screw and real had music going in my ear during this, but since I have talked throughout this whole thing, I can't put music because it will echo into the ear. Because my mic is by my ear, not my mouth. Because I'm crazy. This is gonna work horribly. I can already tell. Because it's so blurry, it doesn't actually have like an outline. So like, I have to guess. And my guess is probably off. And there is a stem on the paper that shoved across my desk. You know, I had a video planned that's coming that would have come out on today. And then I asked Nintendo, not the company, but our buddy. We called him that because whenever we met him, he was a NES console in VR chat. If he hadn't chosen today, there would have been a different video today. I looked at him and I said, pick any Wednesday between now and July. And he said this Wednesday, and I went, crap. Off. Last one. There we go. Alright, let's start regretting life decisions. How does... Okay. I guess I have to put a link to this description too, huh? You guys are definitely gonna want to build your own Pear Teto. If any... You know what? If any of you build a Pear Teto, send me it on Twitter. Any of you make the Peto. Nintendo didn't even know that he was picking what he was picking whenever he said Wednesday, because he's not the one who picked the paper craft. That was Gene. So if you want to blame anyone for today's video, it's Gene's fault. We can blame Gene for of the problems that may occur because of this. I wish it at least had fold lines. I wasn't just kind of guessing. Oh yeah, I guess since this video has been recorded after, because during the recording of the previous video there was an ant that came on set. One, I live out in the country. Ants are common. Especially when it starts warming back up, because they're searching for food and I eat at my desk. But there is an ant trap now. Normally I'm against them, but there is an ant trap at my windowsill, which is what's behind the desk that they came through. And I haven't seen one since. Now granted, I am feeling something crawling on my side right now, and I don't know if that's an ant or a spider. Probably check. Hey there. Me just losing my mind. An average Tuesday. Hope Gene's proud of himself. I know he is. That's the saddest part. Is I definitely know he is definitely proud of what he has accomplished here. think I have almost finished folding. Then we can get to taping. Yeah. And there is all of the folds done. Right, let's start putting this monstrosity together. All my hair got in the tape. I don't like leaving my DNA on the things I make. We're gonna ignore the fact that my fingerprints are on half of the paper crafts because I use tape. I let you. This could have been a relaxing day. I could have just been doing anything else. And I am instead making Pear Teto. Could have just got off work and had a relaxing time. But no. Making the biggest monstrosity. I cut off a flap. That what happened here? Oh well. It's Did I cut off a thing, or does it? Like I said, I have multiple. It'd be on the second. No, there's not one. Not a piece there. All right. Weird, but okay. Taking form. Like that should be. That's a threat. It is taking form, and that is a threat to all of humanity. This is such a threat that YouTube's gonna take it down for violent content. The Pear Teto is not cooperating. Partially my fault. Partially the fault of whoever the hell decided to make it like this. God thought this was a good idea. Practical jokester. The slow realization of what I have done. And the fact that this will now forever sit on my desk. Because no one that is nearby me is going to want Pear Teto. If any of my friends do say that they want the Pear Teto, I'm questioning their sanity, but also, you know, after all this work, I may actually want to keep it. Why does this has a stem? Get the stem. We're putting the stem down with regular tape because I'm not a masochist. We may be able to get away with the double-sided tape. We'll see. I hope you're happy. Okay. I think that's enough. Hey, bud. What do you what do you think of this godforsaken thing?